In this short video, I'm going to build a cloud service for Windows Azure which uses a CGI WebRole, and I'm going to use PHP. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to create a new project, and this is going to be a Visual C# cloud service project, and I'm going to call this PHP Cloud Service 1. And I am going to add a web role to that project, but it's going to be a CGI web role, and that's all I'm going to put in the project for now. Okay, so it goes off and creates a little project for me based on that template, and I need to now do a couple of things. Okay, the first thing I need to do is I need to move into that project a downloaded PHP processor, which I got. I'll put links in my blog as to where you can get these things, but you can get them from a number of places. So I need to pretty much just take a copy of that downloaded directory, and I can put it over in my project directory. Here's my PHP cloud service. So in the WebRole folder, I drop a copy of that PHP. And I'm going to just, for simplicity here, rename that folder simply to PHP. Okay, so now I've got that available, and what I need to do is kind of hook it up within Visual Studio, and then make some changes to my project configuration. Now, this is something that I ended up having to do manually, and perhaps there's a better way to do it, but you need to create a new folder in your project called PHP, and then I can, in that folder, add all this stuff. And one thing I found that was also necessary was changing, if they're not already set, make sure that the PHP CGI executable is set to content build action, and also that the PHP ini file is set to content, so that they get copied into the appropriate places when the project is deployed. Okay, so now we can go ahead and fill in some details here. You can see that the first file that we are being prompted to change is this WebRole config, and what I need to do here is set a path to where my CGI handler can be found. So I'm going to just get rid of these comments, and the first part of this always has to stay the same. Role root, app root, and then we are down in this PHP folder, and it's PHP CGI.exe, and we are not going to pass any parameters. Okay, so that's pretty much all we need to do with this file, so we can save it. We now need to make some changes to the web config to enable the IIS's fast CGI implementation. We go to the handlers section, And here, in fact, we have to add what kind of amounts to almost the same information. We can again delete some of these comments, and here's where we're going to add the handler. So we're going to call this the PHP fast CGI handler, and it's going to use files that have a PHP extension. And here again we need to put in our path to our executable. And that's basically it for now in terms of getting the thing to work with PHP, but we now can go ahead and make some PHP content. Our content is going to be very simple. I'm not going to demonstrate any particular skill in PHP programming, but we're going to just go ahead and add a I'm going to make an HTML page, but I'm going to call it index.php, and I'm going to go ahead and drop that in, and we're going to stick some code in here. And just to show that PHP is working, I'm going to just grab some stuff on my clipboard and stick it in here. We're going to just run a little script that loads up and load up a form, and then we're going to process that form, and we're going to then go to an action page. So we need to create an action page over here, and I will do that the same way as an HTML page, but I'll call this action.php. And again, it's not anything amazingly complicated, but we're just going to stick in some code in there, some PHP code. Okay, well, the only thing that we now have left to do, I'll just save this stuff, is in our web config we need to set up a default document for our web server. So this basically just going to tell our default or tell our web server to go look at that index.php file as our default document. So I'll make a default document tag here, and I'm going to add a files section, and I'm going to add into there a value equals index.php. Okay, that should basically be it. I'm going to go ahead and save this here and build it. If I've done everything correctly. Okay, it says the build has succeeded, and let's see if we can now run it from our development environment. Okay, here's my little PHP application running. And my script processes. Okay, in this video we saw a simple example of how to use the CGI WebRole to get a PHP website up and running in our development fabric, and we could then go ahead and deploy this application to the Azure cloud, and I will probably do that in a later video.